Morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning, good people. Sorry, I've been sick, so my voice is a little low, but I want to talk about just kind of the structure of these mornings
Just bring
and
your
what
voice
we're looking
down.
to. Good morning.
I'm
What
on
we're
the Zoom.
looking to gain from getting together every single morning. So right now, I'm reading the Shift book, and I took this quote from Shift, and I think this is something important for all of us to remember because we are in a shift. We're in a shifting market. We're in a shifting industry. Lots of things shifting around. And we're having to pivot a lot faster than what we used to have to do. And it's honestly the lowest amount of home sales that we've seen since 2008, 2009 is what a lot of people are comparing it to. But this quote I really liked. It says, "We are in the era of extra effort." It says, "We're in the era of extra effort." And that means we need more communication more often, and we need to come together and lean in together as a team. So I applaud everybody for getting on the call this morning. You do not have to turn your cameras on. I do ask that you mute yourselves so that we can make sure that we can hear the speakers that are speaking during these calls. And then just kind of give you a cadence for the rhythm of the calls. I'll have a topic of the day. It will be 15 minutes. So we have a hard stop after 15 minutes. If I ask you to engage, then you can certainly unmute and please engage at that time. On Friday, we're going to have what I call Good Fridays, where I'd like you to take what we've learned throughout the week and share something good that's happened based off of what we're learning. So just so y'all know, that's going to be the rhythm and the cadence of the call. Today, though, I want to talk about value. Some of y'all may be in the car, so you may not be able to write these things down. But I wanted to start with value because value is incredibly important. And when we're in a new era and we're in a shift with extra effort, we've got to get really clear on what our value is. So I looked up the definition of value. And according to online, the noun is the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. The verb is the estimate for monetary worth of something. Again, I'm going to say that again. Regard that something is held to deserve the importance, worth, or usefulness of something, and the estimate, the monetary worth of something. So, a few questions I'm asking you all to ponder this week as you decide what your value is and the value that you bring as a real estate agent. Number one, do you know your value? If anybody wants to hit that in the chat, please do so. So, do you know your value? And do others see the value you bring? Again, I'm going to say that again. Do you know your value? And do others see the value you bring? So, what is your differentiator? As John Maxwell likes to put it, how do you intend to get out of the people pile? And what he means by this is we have over 4,000 realtors in both markets. And how do you decide, or how are you going to present yourself to others so that you get out of the people pile? So, what is your differentiator as an agent? My good friend Jeff Henderson, who I absolutely love, started a mega church in Atlanta. He wrote the book For. Y'all want to hit that in the chat? I'd encourage you to read it. It's called For, FOR. And he talks about what do you stand for? And some questions that he asked when you're thinking about value is what do you want to be known for? And what are you known for? So, what do you want to be known for? And what are you known for? So, wanted to take a minute to ponder on that. I would love for y'all on Friday to share with me what you believe your value is and the value you bring to your clients, and some things to kind of get your gears turning in your head. I've talked a lot about this. If you're a listing agent, what is your list price to sales price ratio? So, are you trending ahead of the market in days on market? If you're a buyer's agent, are you saving the buyers in terms of concessions or money out of their pocket? So are you tracking these things so that you can say, hey, Mr. and Miss Buyer, on average, I get my buyers, I don't know, I'm just making this up, 15,000 in concessions. This is the reason why you want to work with me. Because I'm going to save you time, I'm going to save you money, and I'm going to save you effort. Mr. and Miss Buyer, one differentiator for me versus other agents is I get really clear on what you're looking for up front. So I'm going to go find you something off market, And I'm only going to show you 10 houses because I know I'm going to find you your dream home and I'm not going to need to show you more houses than that. So just some things to ponder. I would love for y'all to write these down and share this on Friday. Value Squared is a course that Keller Williams offers, and I want to make sure everybody knows how to access that material. I'm going to share my screen really quickly with you all. Go in here. I'm going to go into, sorry, I'm zooming and driving here. I'm going to go into command and I'm going to go to connect. I'm going to search value squared. This is a great presentation that you all could actually read and download so that you can learn and start to understand what it is that you bring in terms of value. So he really breaks it down in Value Squared. And again, I'd encourage you to go in and actually read it. But they break it down in a few things. It says value is at the heart of all business because all businesses are the exchange of value. You determine the value that you provide, and your clients determine how valuable it is to them, right? And so that's what you're worth. So, number one, it says you have to establish trust. Number two, do you understand the difference between a fiduciary versus functionary, which I'm going to touch on in just a minute? Number three, sellers want to net the most amount of money with the fewest amount of hassles in the least amount of time. Let's say that again, because what are sellers having to deal with right now? Time on the market and a lot of hassles. So if you can help eliminate those roadblocks for them and have a proof of concept that you're doing that consistently across the board, that is your value. So sellers want to net the most amount of money with the fewest amount of hassles and the least amount of time. And then on the buy side, buyers want to find the right property that meets their timing and their needs and get it at the best price with the fewest amount of hassles. I'm going to say that again. Buyers find the right property that meets their timing and their needs and get it at the best price with the fewest amount of hassles. Both of them have the fewest amount of hassles written in. So it is our job to remove the red tape. And the more that we can do that time and time again, and then we can share that multiple stories with either soon to be sellers, soon to be buyers, then that is our value. Want to talk about fiduciary versus functionary real quick because everybody hears me say this and some people are probably like, what is she talking about? This chart breaks it down. What is a fiduciary versus a functionary? And this is why we get paid the big bucks, because we're a fiduciary. A functionary is somebody who simply does tasks for the client, i.e., are you just unlocking doors? Or are you truly educating and consulting throughout the entire process and after they purchase a property? Or are you a fiduciary, is one who not only does the task of the job, but is also in a high trust relationship with the client. They feel totally responsible for the outcome. They put their client's interest above their own and treat all client information as confidential. You are a fiduciary when you accept the responsibility of using your best judgment to interpret information, educate, consult, guide your client to the outcome. Most agents like to live here. Not at Keller Williams. We live over here. We build trust, deepen relationship. We accept the most responsibility, whether we believe that we are wrong or not. The client is always right. We interpret and advise on data and information. We anticipate needs. We focus on outcome. We educate and guide. We're irreplaceable, and we are highly paid because of it. Over here in functionary, we're running to just open doors so we don't have a relationship. We assume that it's not our responsibility. We report on data and information. However, we don't advise on it because we don't understand. We react to requests, i.e., we do not know how to provide enough value where we can help the client move them through without them leading us. We focus on task, we tell and sell, and we're replaceable and we're minimally paid. This is so important in the days of AI. So are you a fiduciary where you truly have a locked-in relationship of trust and you have a deep responsibility and accept the most responsibility for the transaction? So just a couple of things to ponder on. What are y'all hearing me say? Is anybody very clear on their value? And what is your differentiator? And are you irreplaceable? Linda says inside Command, there's a tab at the top that says Connect. That's where you can find all the trainings. Type in Value². By the end of the week, I would love for everybody to take the questions I just asked you. And I'm going to read them one more time. Please write them down. And Linda, you can hit them in the chat. I want to know, do you know your value and do others see the value you bring? And I want to know what you want to be known for and what are you known for? So what do others see that you're known for and what do you intend to be known for? So I want y'all to take a moment this week to really ponder that. I believe that it is a big miss. And here's the thing. AI will not replace somebody that is irreplaceable because of the value we bring, the relationships that we bring, and the knowledge that we're bringing time in and time out. So I appreciate y'all getting on the call. This is going to be the cadence for every single call, so 15 minutes. So thank you so much for leaning in today. If there's anything I can do for y'all, let me know. We will be in Arlington today. I call it the ALC Traveling Lead Generation Roadshow. We'll be calling at 10 o'clock. Anybody that wants to join us, stop by the Arlington office and come see us. Y'all make it a great week. I'll see you tomorrow at 8:15. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.